Between 7 and 10 million snow geese are on the move from the southwestern U.S. to Canadian Arctic. We welcome assistant biologist Jean Van Argon with the Snow Goose Festival, and you're not alone. You also have a friend with you. Tell us about this amazing bird.
Absolutely. So this is Tansei. She is an education ambassador bird with us at the Beaverhill Bird Observatory. So she is a captive-raised, friendly owl who we bring around to schools, clubs, events to help teach people about birds, conservation, and climate change.
Okay. And you've had her for a while. How old is she?
She is 2 years old, fully grown though. She won't be getting any bigger than this. And she is just a beautiful little bird.
She is beautiful. What is her personality like?
Well, she's a little sassy. If she doesn't like something, she'll let you know with a hiss or a bark. But otherwise, she's a very relaxed owl. As you can see, even in an unfamiliar environment like a studio, she's not freaking out. She's just looking around to see all these new and exciting things.
Right.
So she's great.
And so you've got this festival coming up this weekend, and it's about the snow geese. Tell us about the snow geese.
Absolutely. So snow geese are a species of goose. They are white with black goose with white and black wingtips. And there are about 7 to 10 million, as you said, migrating from their wintering grounds in California and Texas all the way up to the Canadian Arctic. So this is an incredibly long migration. Long migrations need rest stops along the way, and one of those rest stops is at Beaverhill Lake, just east of Edmonton, near the town of Tofield.
Okay, and that's where you have the festival. So
absolutely.
What is the festival?
So the festival is really just a celebration of all things spring migration. Of course, the focus is on the snow geese, but there's also swans, cranes, shorebirds, ducks, bluebirds, all kinds of species moving through. So at the festival, you can hop on a tour bus, be guided around by a knowledgeable naturalist who will show you geese, ducks, all the local birds that are migrating. It's a ton of fun.
That's pretty cool, because I think a lot of times we just think of the Canadian geese and don't know about these other ones.
Absolutely. There's also another kind of goose called a greater white-fronted goose that's moving through. They're sort of brown with a speckly belly. But yeah, these snow geese, you don't hear of them as often, but there's a lot of them. There can be tens of thousands just in a single flock that you see in one day.
That's amazing. Now, the Beaverhill Bird Observatory has been researching bird populations for 40 years.
Yes.
Why is it so important to do this?
Absolutely. Well, what we really want to be getting with this data monitoring is long-term data that gives us an environmental baseline. We want to know what the standard population trends of our birds are, so that if things start changing, as we see changing climate, changes in pesticide use, changes in the lakes, water levels, we can track those changes alongside bird populations and start to better understand how all these different factors influence our birds.
Okay, and do you think that's also important that we connect people with nature?
Absolutely. I think that's the most important part of what we do. We've often said that researching birds doesn't really save them. It's getting people inspired and to connect with nature. So if you come out, you can meet ambassador birds like Tansei, see massive flocks of snow geese, and just those little connections to nature really mean a lot to us to help foster.
And you yourself will be there with people like you, so if people have questions and want more knowledge about it, you've got all that.
Absolutely. We love questions. We answer them all the time, and we love to share what we know about birds.
Perfect. That is amazing. And yes, so she will be there. And if you want, you can find tickets for Snow Goose tours and guided hikes at snowgoosefestival.ca.